Hello, welcome to this new podcast dedicated to the topic of twin flames. Today, we are going to look at the signs that can confirm whether you are truly a twin flame. And if you don't recognize yourself in these signs, that's okay. You're probably a soulmate or in a karmic connection, but in any case, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for being here to listen to this podcast. When you think you might be on this journey, there's often this persistent question for a long time: am I really a twin flame? This question is normal on this very unique and emotionally challenging path. And if you're asking yourself this question, you are probably what is called a chaser, or the first to walk the twin flame path. What I'm sharing with you comes from my own experience on the twin flame journey as a chaser myself. So I'm going to give you clear and obvious signs that definitely prove you are probably a twin flame. So make sure to stay until the end of the video to get the answer. There are several ways to arrive at the question, am I a twin flame? One way is to learn about the twin flame phenomenon, then go through a very difficult romantic situation, and then tell yourself it's normal because I'm a twin flame and my other half is running away from me because they're a runner. But experiencing it only through that lens is not enough to confirm that you are truly a twin flame. There need to be many other phenomena which we are going to talk about. And if apart from that there's nothing special, in that case, it's likely that you are not actually on a twin flame or sacred couple journey. On the other hand, maybe you knew nothing about this subject, had never heard of this phenomenon, and weren't looking for love anymore, or at all. But after an unexpected encounter, your life was completely turned upside down. The meeting can happen in person or remotely on social media. There are no rules. This encounter may have been preceded by a lucid dream in the weeks leading up to it. That's a clue to pay attention to. A lucid dream is a dream that feels more real than reality itself. And often, in the case of twin flames, there is a physical relationship with your counterpart during this dream. It is the two astral bodies that are reconnecting. After this unexpected encounter, you find yourself irresistibly drawn to this person. You can't manage to forget them, despite how strange the situation is. On top of that, there are very particular energetic phenomena, like telepathy or others that I will explain in detail. In this case, there is a strong chance that you are on a twin flame or sacred couple journey. So, stay with me to find out if you really are a twin flame. And if you want more details about the twin flame phenomenon, I invite you to watch my previous podcast dedicated to this topic. There are signs and particular phenomena that are unique to twin flames and sacred couples, and that you must have felt and experienced in order to confirm that you are on this journey. Even though each one is unique and specific to every pair, there are markers present in all twin flame journeys that are the same. The first sign is the attraction to the person after the meeting, because what follows is the reconnection, a reconnection of the physical body with the relationship that already exists at the level of the soul and higher consciousness. So, you meet a stranger, and then immediately, or in the hours or days that follow, this person never leaves your mind, and your only desire is to see them again. It's mutual, and when the meeting happens in person, there is very often a honeymoon phase that lasts from a few days to a few months at most. It is your consciousness that guides you toward this person. This goes beyond our ego. There is nothing we can do about it. It becomes so obsessive that it's normal to wonder if you're going crazy. So the first obvious sign is an irrational attraction whose intensity surpasses anything we've ever known. The second sign is a feeling of recognition toward this person. When you meet them, you know it's them, you recognize them. This phenomenon is explained by soul recognition because that's the reality. You already know this person, your souls and your consciousnesses know each other and conspire to bring you closer together. Once again, this goes beyond our ego and our mind, which cannot understand the situation. This second sign is an imperative marker. If it is absent, then you are probably not twin flames, since this relationship exists first on the 5D level before manifesting in the third dimension. It's the opposite of conventional relationships. Another very common sign is the emergence of telepathic and energetic exchanges. There are several types of telepathic exchanges, and it's unique to each twin flame pair. In my case, we can communicate at a distance through telepathy because I had already developed this ability with animal communication before the reconnection. It's common to be able to feel the presence of your other as if they were physically there, even if they're far away or in another country. This is especially present at the beginning of the journey. It's meant to make us feel the reality of this relationship and its unique nature. You may also experience sudden emotional changes without explanation, which may actually belong to your other. Another phenomenon that happened to me, but which very few people talk about in videos, is that when you feel your other's presence energetically, you may have the impression that their eyes are in yours. It's hard to explain. It's as if the two gazes are interlocked, entangled, or in sync. There's also the sensation of warmth at the level of the heart chakra. For example, when I communicate telepathically with my other, I feel warmth in my heart. This has also happened to me several times when she was very happy, and at the same moment, I felt it through this warmth in my heart, even though my other is on another continent, several thousand kilometers away. It's also possible that during the months or weeks leading up to the meeting, you experience heart palpitations without any explanation. Of course, the best thing to do is to see a doctor if you have any doubts. Personally, I didn't do it because I do a lot of mountain biking and knew I didn't have any heart problems. I attributed it to stress and later realized that these phenomena had preceded the reconnection. It's as if your heart muscle is energetically adapting to the meeting and the reconnection. Because in reality, we are never separated from our twin flame on an energetic level, and we never have been. But we are separated on the physical level, and there is a phase of adaptation and preparation to allow the body to withstand the energetic intensity and vibrational frequency produced by the meeting. The heart adapts to handle the energies received through the heart chakra and to avoid a heart attack. At least that's how I understand it. Another essential phenomenon, synchronicities. Synchronicities are not unique to the twin flame journey, but they are essential in this journey to help us move forward. So, there are often synchronicities that will enable the meeting, and then during the separation phases, the synchronicities are meant to reassure us about the reality of the phenomenon and guide us to make the right decisions. These synchronicities can include frequently seeing your counterpart's name when you think about them. Events that happen at the same time in your lives, even if you are not in contact. For example, in my case, when I had my website redone, the company handling it told me on Monday morning that it would be ready by the following Friday. But in fact, they put it online on Monday evening, even though it wasn't finished, and I wasn't happy about it. Then, an hour later, I realized something, that my counterpart had launched their new website at almost exactly the same time. And there's no logical explanation for it, it's just a reminder of the connection. There are plenty of others, like seeing mirror hours, 11:11, 10:10, 12:12, 21:21, 222, 444. These are reminders that you are indeed on a path of spiritual growth. They're little winks from your guardian angel or your higher consciousness. You might also come across white feathers on your path, or signs that remind you of or make you recognize your twin flame. If you know their taste well, maybe their favorite song will come on, or you'll suddenly see their favorite dish in a recipe on TV just as you're thinking about them. Once you experience this synchronicity, you can be sure it's meant for you, to help you recognize and think about the connection you have with your other half. There's always an emotional charge that comes with synchronicity, which helps distinguish it from mere coincidence. Because on paper, the union of a sacred couple is impossible, and during the separation phase, which is an inevitable part of this journey, it's normal to have doubts and to wonder if you really are a twin flame. If your journey is smooth and without obstacles, you're probably not a twin flame, but a soulmate, and that's perfectly fine. Difficulty is an essential sign of the journey, because it is inherent to the twin flame connection. And that's actually the whole point. Its very purpose is to create these difficulties so that we can eliminate all the obstacles and emotional, transgenerational, and other blockages that prevent the reunion. Another strong sign is that your body changes for the better. You might lose weight, become stronger, or achieve better results in sports without changing your habits or diet. Your body is adapting to the future reunion with your twin flame and is rising in energy. Another essential sign, a marker of a twin flame connection, is the emotional intensity that your other half provokes in you, both in joy and in sorrow. It's like a roller coaster, but on another level entirely. Your other half has the power to make you the unhappiest man or woman simply by not replying to a message during periods of separation. But paradoxically, this journey is at the same time a trigger that pushes you to work on yourself, to turn towards, or even more towards, spirituality and self-understanding. Normally, during the twin flame journey, your life improves. But at the same time, there can be major obstacles and difficulties that you will overcome. And in the end, these bring you closer to yourself and to your other half. So to sum up, after a twin flame or sacred couple reconnection, your life changes. There is a before and an after this encounter. The purpose of your life becomes reunion with your other, which is impossible at the moment you desire it, triggering an awareness of what you need to change in your life and within yourself. The other person never leaves your mind, your body adapts to the situation, and an energetic and telepathic bond is established in the 3D. Spirituality takes on a very important role in your life. Your life finds its meaning with this encounter. If you recognize yourself in everything I just said, there is a strong chance that you are a twin flame. But only you have the answer and can confirm this information. You have the answer in your heart. But to help you, I have put a questionnaire in the comments to help you see things more clearly. Thank you for listening to this podcast, and if you enjoyed it, please like it and share it with people who might be interested in this topic. See you soon.